right, well, welcome to this special edition of the Eric Avasar Show. I have my esteemed main man right here. Thank you so much for coming on with me, Mo.
How's it going? How's it going, guys?
Yeah, so tonight we had our fantasy football draft. It is a league that's going to be very heated, very intense. Everybody knows each other really well.
Super competitive.
Yes.
It's a work league.
I
don't know if you guys out there in any work leagues, but you guys know how it gets. Bragging rights for the rest of the year.
Mm-hmm.
So the draft was it was brutal.
It was heated. It was intense, filled with a lot of twists. The first twist, I'd say the first major shakeup was caused by this man right here. Tell me about your first two picks, Mo.
Mike, it's first of all, this is a 10-man league, right? Mike Evans fell to me in the 10th, and he's supposed to be big time receiver, top 7 wide receiver, or top 7 pick. Fell to me. I passed upon him for Devontae Freeman and Melvin Gordon. I knew that I could find receivers way late, and that I wanted 2 running backs. I wanted 2 RB1s no matter what, and no matter who fell into me, I was gonna get 2 RB1s, and that's what I did. So that was the first shakeup. Mike Evans went into the second round, and I think that kind of confused some people. Definitely,
For sure.
Yeah.
It confused me.
Yeah, the number 9 pick. The number 9 pick was shook. Yeah.
Yeah. So you ended up taking Melvin Gordon, Devontae Freeman, 2 backs who have game-breaking superstar ability.
Yes.
And those 2 picks oftentimes define a team, especially picking from the 10 spot.
Yes.
It'll be very interesting to see how it plays out there.
Yes.
It
could all blow in my face. You never know. But these guys have shown that they got the workload, they have the talent, they're in the right offenses. So I was just like, I'm gonna double down here. So we'll see what happens.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. Yeah. And I'm with you there on the running backs side of things. I took a running back with 2 of my first 3 picks.
Okay.
With Todd Gurley and Isaiah Crowell, and I'm feeling good about it. I felt great about picking Gurley. He fell right in my lap where I wanted him. After taking Odell Beckham early, which was a no-brainer there. And of course, the Giants fan bias coming out a little bit.
Yeah.
But the most talented player in the NFL, in my opinion, when we're talking about just sheer raw talent. Can he stay healthy? Can he keep his head together? We'll see.
I mean, the numbers speak for themselves when it comes to Odell. Numbers don't lie.
13 touchdowns in each of his first 3 years. I mean, come on.
The numbers speak for themselves.
And, Gurley had a very much of a down year, but this is a bounce-back year. You talked about him being a good value pick. You were also there to console me when I was ticked off about no Dalvin Cook. Right before I was ready to pounce on Dalvin Cook, he was snapped up like that, and all of a sudden I had to take Crowell. You're a fan. You believe in him. He's a pass-catching back, which is crucial. When you are running back on a bad team, you're not going to get that many carries when your team is losing. So can he catch passes? The answer is yes, he can. So I do feel good about that pick. I mean, let's talk about picks we feel great about. Mo, what pick do you feel best about from this draft?
Oh, my God. I mean, let's talk about, one of the most talented running backs we have seen in the past decade.
Right.
I mean, the dude last year rushed for over 1,500 yards and over 15 touchdowns. Ezekiel Elliott.
Right.
He got suspended 6 games. Could go down to 4. We don't know yet. It's pending. Obviously, aside from all the off the field stuff, this is strictly fantasy football. I took him in the 3rd. My guy that was picking before me doubled down on Mike Evans and Michael Thomas, and I refused to let him have Zeke. So I knew that I needed to take Zeke right then and there,
right?
Because when he comes back, my team will explode.
Right.
Yeah.
It will certainly explode. And you're a visionary, Mo, and you're a revolutionary. We've talked about this phrase in the office. All right, chutzpah, having guts and determination. This man took a running back with each of his first 4 picks.
Yeah.
Not many people have the guts to do that at any position, much less running back, which has been.
Can I confess though?
Confession.
A part of that was I was a little bit bitter.
Right.
Right. I didn't expect Mike Evans to fall into me with the 10th pick.
Of course.
Let's be real.
Right.
I didn't expect that, And when Mark, who picked 9th, took Michael Thomas, I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Half-point PPR, Michael Thomas, Saints, blow it up. And Mike Evans was right there for me to take, but I wasn't going to do it. I was going to take 2 running backs.
You just had a plan, you stuck to it.
And I stuck to it. And, and he got Mike Evans. So, you know what? And I knew on the comeback, his plan was to get a running back like Kareem Hunt, who can easily be a top 5 running back if he stays healthy.
100%,
Easily.
100%.
So, obviously, I took Zeke and Kareem. A little bit was out of bitterness because I kind of wanted to just fuck him a little bit. I wanted to fuck him a little bit because I was not going to let him... I was not going to let him have Michael Thomas, Mike Evans, and Kareem Hunt. Like, absolutely not.
Right.
And I'm not going to pass up on Zeke in the fourth or the third.
Of course.
I'm just not. Yeah.
And so you had your plan, you stuck to it, and hey, it should be interesting to see how that plays out.
I'm excited.
I took on a different strategy, you could say. I made a point of filling all of my starting skill positions: quarterback, running backs, 2 receivers, flex, before I filled anyone on the bench.
Yeah.
So I reached a little bit for Drew Brees.
You had a couple picks. I
reached for Chris.
I was impressed with.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had. Every time you reach for somebody, I was like, okay, good pick.
I mean, Chris Hogan definitely reached him, but I look at Chris Hogan as essentially being Julian Edelman. Julian Edelman after the year for torn ACL. Brady loves him. He's going to target him. He's going to play a major role in that offense. But really, I mean, even though I took 2 running backs early, I still feel great about my receivers. Odell Beckham Jr., Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper can absolutely be a top 10 wide receiver this year, maybe even top 5.
I honestly think this is Amari Cooper's coming out year.
Have you seen the catches he made in the preseason?
Hot take. Amari Cooper, over 1,200 yards and over 10 touchdowns this year.
I can see it.
I can see it.
I can see it happening. Yep, absolutely.
I can see it happening.
And so, yeah, it can absolutely happen. Devontae Adams feeling decent about that pick in the flex spot.
Amari Cooper is the Devontae Adams of this year.
Okay, all right.
There you have it. Hot take.
There's a hot take right there. Hot take and a half. So let's talk sleepers. Okay, I told you about the guys I wanted to take late. I got both of them. Jamal Williams has looked better than Ty Montgomery in the preseason. Obviously, going against weaker players, I get that. But Jamal Williams, Kenny Golladay, shout out to Walter Cherepinski of WalterFootball.com. He always knows the best sleepers. Golladay is going to play a major role in the Detroit Lions offense. Great corners have been, covering him in the preseason. That's always an encouraging sign of respect. People understand that he's good. So tell me, Mo, who were your sleepers? Who'd you target? Who'd you get?
I mean, this was a tough year for me on sleepers.
Yeah.
My sleep, like when I think sleepers, I think anybody after the 7th round, 8th round. Kind of like when you took Chris Hogan, right?
Right. Took him yep.
For me, like I got Brandon Marshall super late this year, so he could be my sleeper, right?
Right.
Sammy Watkins is in a bad offense, but we know he has the talent.
True.
Right? I took him in the 7th round. He could be a sleeper, right?
Yeah.
Taking Sammy Watkins in the 7th round.
Could have a renaissance.
He was drafted before Odell Beckham Jr.
Yeah.
Right? So, but I get it. He doesn't have the offense, right? But I would say for me, man, Kareem. I have to go with just Kareem Hunt because I think you got a guy on a great offense with a great coach who's always had top performing running backs, and he's right there in the 4th round.
Right. That was a steal.
Yeah,
you knew I wanted him. I threw a little tantrum when you took him because I thought he was going to be there for me.
You did.
I really did.
You did. And you know what?
I was mistaken.
I was a little salty that I didn't take a receiver there because there were still some really good receivers on the board. And I took 4 running backs in a row. But I was like, Kareem, you are a sleeper. You could end up being a top 5 running back. I was like, I need you on my team.
That was your best pick in the draft, in my opinion.
I think so too.
Yes.
I think so too.
Yes. Definitely think you made a great pick there.
Yeah. But if Zeke's suspension goes from 6 to 4 games,
watch out.
That could be my best pick.
Right. You have enormous trade leverage here. I mean, obviously you gave up a little something at the wide receiver spot.
Let's talk about that. My wide receivers are a little weak. I am a little bit concerned there.
Right.
I mean, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
You're looking at my wide receivers, right? I took Larry Fitzgerald.
Yeah.
In the 5th. That's my number 1 wide receiver.
A safe pick.
Smart pick. He's older. He'll maybe give me 8-9 touchdowns, 1,000 yards, maybe like 75 to 80 catches. Right. Jamison Crowder.
Now that's the pick I like. Let's talk about Jamison Crowder here because Kirk Cousins is not building an early rapport with Terrell Pryor. People are high on Pryor. Is he a one-year wonder? Maybe. He changed positions. All right. He got hot.
But you gotta also look at it from this way. Terrell Pryor performed on one of the worst offenses in the NFL last year.
Yes.
he looked like an
was.
absolute monster. He's going to a better system, to a better coach, to
Much
a
better
better quarterback. You're talking about a guy who plays a wide receiver position with a wide receiver skill, speed, agility, but tight end body.
But when the Redskins need a first down, who are they going to? Jamison Crowder.
They do like
Crowder,
Jameson.
I'm calling it right now.
They do like Jameson.
I'm telling you right now, Mo. Crowder could have twice as many touchdowns as Pryor this year.
Let me ask you this: over under catches for Jameson Crowder this year?
He could get 90 catches. He is that good. He is going to be the go-to target on third downs. He's warming his hands. He can feel it. He's going to have more catches than Terrell Pryor. Is he going to have as many yards after catch? Is he going to have as much yards per catch? I don't think so. Terrell Pryor's a little bit more of a big play threat, but I really like the Crowder pick. I think he is a wide receiver, too. I'm not sure about Larry Fitzgerald as a wide receiver 1. Crowder is a wide receiver, 2. Now, looking at your bench, you have handcuffs. You have Charkandrick West and Tevin Coleman. So Mo respects the classics, going with the old school strategy on running backs there. I got to say, not feeling great about taking James White. It's always, a mystery with a running back in Bill Belichick's system. I also, my one regret about the draft, we're talking about later rounds, taking Robert Kelly over Doug Martin.
Oh.
Right?
That was a big mistake.
It was a mistake.
That was
a mistake.
Huge
I was not
mistake.
the only one to make that mistake.
I've been watching Hard Knocks. Doug Martin looks amazing.
He does.
He looks like Doug Martin when he was a Pro Bowl. 1,500 yards, Doug Martin.
Yes. He looks...
Doug Martin looks... Muscle Hamster is back, people. Muscle Hamster is back.
I forgot about that nickname.
He's
that
back.
Is a great nickname. Great nickname right there. Well, all in all, I'm feeling fantastic about this team. It went a lot better than I thought it would. Mo, how are you feeling about your squad?
I feel really good about my squad. I got Brandon Marshall, Sammy Watkins on my bench. Wouldn't feel really good about them if they were starting, but they're on my bench.
Right.
But I do feel really good about Kareem Hunt. I feel good about Zeke, especially if that suspension gets reduced to 2 games. Devontae, Melvin, Big Ben as the quarterback. I feel great about the squad. A trade might be coming soon. I might be needing, I might need a Keenan Allen, an Allen Robinson, something along those lines.
A true number one
receiver, but
right.
but not like a Julio, not maybe a Terrell Pryor. Whoever drafted Terrell Pryor, do they love him? Maybe I'll buy into Terrell Pryor. You know? Maybe I'm a little
2 receivers on one team.
Maybe I'm higher on Terrell Pryor than you are.
Chutzpah right here. He's got guts. Love your strategy.
I might even trade for Kirk. You never
Captain
know.
Kirk.
Yeah.
His
Give me
last
Jordan.
year in
You know
Washington.
what? We'll even throw Jordan Reed on there.
Yes.
What's the kicker's name?
He is a baller. I don't even know who's kicking.
You got
the
Robert
Redskins
Kelly,
this
right?
year. Got Robert Kelly.
We'll talk.
Yes.
You know?
Robert Kelly's going to hold on to the football, unlike Matt Jones. That I feel confident about.
Yeah, Matt Jones is going to fumble. 100%.
Yes. Fumble-litis.
100%.
So, the quarterback situation, Ben Roethlisberger, Andrew Luck, you got good value there. You waited on the quarterback. I think that paid off. What do you think of me reaching on Drew Brees?
I love it.
Yeah?
I love it. In the 5th round, it's not really reaching.
Sure.
You're getting a guy that could easily end up finishing QB1. Obviously,
he could be the top QB scorer in the league.
It's probably going to be Rodgers or Brady.
Right.
But it's going to be like, if it was Breeze, no one's going to be like, oh my God, Breeze finished QB1.
Right.
Breeze every year throws for almost 5,000 yards and almost over 32, 33 touchdowns. He's a monster. And he does it with accuracy.
Mm-hmm.
This is not Minnesota where Sam Bradford's throwing 5-yard passes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He's slinging.
He slings it.
He's slinging, and he's got options.
Yes.
He's got options.
Yes.
So make sure you check in the description. We will have our full rosters in there. Would love to get your thoughts and opinions. Thank you so much for tuning in. Mo, always a pleasure.
This is my first time. I'm just a rookie to the game, but it's been a pleasure.
Yes.
I hope to join you, on more of these, and let's entertain the people.
Absolutely. We're giving you what you want, and we want to hear from you. Thanks again for tuning in, and best of luck with your fantasy football season.
Peace.